Hey everybody! Welcome to the Force Forge. I'm Dan Stacy. This is my wife Kristen, and we are going to do some wild crafting with Avenue Studios. We are doing the third part of the Squealers. Also, I apologize for previous live streams. We've been having trouble with that echo. I'm not 100% sure what it was. I'm watching us peeking a little. Thank you guys for working with us through learning how to live stream. We're wondering if it was the double mics. That's the only thing I can figure out. So we're trying with a single mic today. Let us know how it goes in the chat and in comments when you're watching later. We'll see how it sounds. But anyways, we are on the boss monster of the Squealers. So you can see our previous episodes. This is the scariest monster Kristen could think of. And now she feels like it's not so scary because she's gotten in the nitty-gritty of building it. But it is still scary because the males wrap themselves around your head and implant eggs in your brain that slowly consume your psionic abilities and turn you into a zombie that is then led to the brood mother and the females to be fed upon.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty scary.
I guess so. I just feel like, I don't know, it's like it's getting closer to spooky Halloween time, and I just see all this stuff, and I'm like, maybe it's not scary enough. They need like more teeth or something.
They need an LM running the game with music and descriptions.
Yes, that's what it needs.
Thank you. Hello, Adam. Hello, Great Mustache. Welcome. All right. Let me know if the music's still out. Also, tabletop audio. We just started. Unless you have ear fairies, right? Yeah. That's a special blessing. Let's see. So, anyways, tabletop audio. I wanted to give a shout out. We just became one of their patrons, as well as Moulinette, I think is how you pronounce it. But tabletop audio's got some really awesome ambience and music, 10-minute loops, and there's a whole sound player that you can use right on a browser, and there's lots of other stuff. And then Moulinette allows you to bring it right into Foundry Virtual Tabletop. So maybe Jacob and I at some point will do a little thing on that, but we've been really happy with what they have so far. So the music underneath us is from Tabletop Audio. Links in the description, of course, if you want to support them. He has a lot of stuff. I should say they. I'm not sure how big of a team it is. They have a lot of stuff on their site just for free that you can play too. You don't have to be a patron. You just get access to a lot more with that. So, yeah, Mustache says, when things work, they become less scary.
Yes.
That's so right.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of how it works, let's get started on this. I'm going to switch over here. Boom. And let's see.
These are the females that we did last time.
Right, this is the female. We're gonna start a new
They
one.
do have big pointy teeth, so.
I'm making sure that's plain.
Rows of big pointy teeth.
Alright, I'm gonna try not to look away too much with the mic. As always, let me know how it goes. Let's add an NPC. The name. Again, we are in Heromuster, by the way. Oh, and we're building in Open Legend, of course. Above us, over there. Behind Kristen is the book.
Oh, where is it? There it is.
There it is. And of course, OpenLegendRPG.com has the entire core rulebook right in there. Heromuster is an amazing thing. I'm in the Encounters tab. I support Heromuster, so I have all this special fun stuff. So check that out.
You want to see a great campaign? There's Bomb Squad.
There is Bomb Squad in Open Legend.
Yes.
Which
we just had Brick's Brick's episode come out. So.
Yes. Yep.
Spaceman in fantasy. It's great.
We have to change around the whole studio because we're shooting on Friday.
Yes. Yeah.
Theoretically. All right. Let's do this now. Let's see. Can we see mostly everything? Yeah.
I think so. So we got Brood Mother.
I know. Mustache is complaining about the dark mode. It's true. I could switch to dark mode, but the computer stressed me out. We're gonna leave it how it is.
Does it look cooler in dark mode? I don't know. I mean, I do that on like.
I know.
Anything.
I'm old school. Like,
it saves battery power too.
Well,
for like phones. I know. My phone.
All right. Let's make it. It's been a long day, guys. Hi, how are you?
Hey.
How you doing? We're gonna make the brood mother. So why don't we start with some flavor? We've kind of already talked about, but you go for it and get our heads back in it.
So brood mother's boss. So I kind of think, you know, kind of like we were talking about how the females would lie on the ground and be flat, and it would be really hard to be able to see them. And then they like had awesome jumping abilities to be able to get up and jump on you. So the brood mother is just a bigger version, except she kind of clings to the sides of the cave and kind of is the entire cave wall. And because they're very thin creatures, I imagine that it looks like rock because she's just kind of pressed all up against it. So she just hangs out up there most of the time, and then they come and bring her the food, the humans, and then I would assume that, I don't know, I wasn't quite sure where her mouth should be. Now I'm kind of thinking it should be on like the floor. I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe she's upside down.
She's
That would be
upside
kind of
down.
cool.
That goes with the bat thing. I mean, what do we got?
I know, it is
Slug
kind of
bat,
like a bat.
which is fine.
Yeah.
But you're talking about something as massive as like a cave wall. I mean,
Yes.
like a really ancient brood mother could be, because they're always eating too. We could get that idea if they're always eating people, so she just keeps growing and getting bigger and bigger
Yes.
until like she like an ancient one could cover an entire cave. Like just everywhere you walk is the brood mother.
Yeah. Ooh. That's pretty cool. And then we were talking about how she would have proboscis.
Hey,
Did I
yeah,
get it?
she
Yes,
got
okay. Proboscis that come out and grab the feet of those that are not under their control, you know. So if your party ends up in there, or if some stray animal or something else, she is able to use them to grab them and pull them slowly towards her gaping mouth, which is on the floor. And I'm assuming the mouth is similar to the other females with the rows of teeth. What if it is like rows of rotating teeth that just grind you up as you go in?
That's interesting.
It's like a wood chipper mouth on the floor.
Yeah, that's kind of fascinating. As it extends, like she has this massive esophagus, or maybe it's almost like a snake, except you do actually chew it up. Like there's no real stomach. You just keep getting processed.
Yeah.
And broken down.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
So, I think that's gross.
That's yeah.
If you can get
like
the gory element, there's just blood spattering everywhere.
Right. Yeah. Oh my gosh! And then
apart.
the smaller females are like coming in and like just licking and eating up the pieces that are flying apart and like ripping a leg off as it's going. Like, you know, it's kind of like madness when the person comes to sacrifice themselves.
Yes. Yep.
Pretty cool.
So, I'm trying.
Yeah. Mustache is talking about acid slime dissolve.
Acid.
Through the stuff into their skin. That's cool too. I do like the wood chipper idea, but then what I'm thinking is the acid slime is like there's the digestive juices inside. Because she like literally, maybe she doesn't. I mean, we're probably getting super deep into the world building of it, but
why not?
Why not? So there's no real. It kind of like a snake. Like there's no the person just goes through the digestive tract, which would also mean any of your bites are probably going to have like persistent damage or sicken. Sicken's probably a good one.
I was thinking like, yeah, any of the bits that are flying out probably has her saliva or whatever, the acid on it. So if you get splashed with any of that, it could hurt you.
Yep. I like that. All right.
Cool.
Let's make this. Notes. It's boss. I always put it
Boss
in notes.
lady.
Boss lady. Yeah. Boss lady. Okay. I think we're just doing
Size massive. What is the size? On the right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would kind of depend on how old
she is. She's still a large, at least, or
no, for sure.
What's bigger than large?
Yeah, there's. I mean, gargantuan. I don't even remember all the sizes actually. Let's see. Gargantuan. It doesn't. Medium, large, huge, gargantuan.
Gargantuan, probably.
So
I lean towards.
Yeah,
right? That's the biggest
Yeah,
you can
here
go.
we go.
Looks like it.
Gargantuan's the 20 by 20. So the only thing I'm thinking about is that we're kind of building this for level 1.
Okay.
So do you think maybe because this is boss level 1, probably since we're saying the older
And we were saying
it
this is probably a newer thing
right.
because it hasn't been around for a long time. So huge.
Yeah, I would lean towards between huge and large. I like huge because that's a little terrifying.
Same size as a fire giant or a Trent. Treant?
A treant.
Treant. I knew that.
It's an ent.
I was testing you.
But they can't say ent.
Okay.
All right, so we are saying huge.
Yeah, huge.
Put a capital just because. I mean, all right.
Boss one lady. Speed. I say she doesn't have any speed. She doesn't move.
Yeah, I know. I think that's right. It's 0.
She's attached to the wall.
Right.
Because she's just so big.
Yep. No, for sure. With huge, she's got a 15-foot reach, too.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking something interesting, like if she needed to move, could she?
Hey!
Hey, Mom!
Welcome!
Awesome. So if she needed to move, I was thinking maybe she uses her proboscis to away, like slither away very, very, very slowly. So can you still say your speed is 0? Even though she could possibly move.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Thank you, Mama. Hey, if you guys become supporters of Avenue Studios through Locals or Patreon, my mom and dad actually are in the Discord. You can chat with them. They're at movie nights sometimes. So
And my mom too.
Yeah,
will be
that's
coming
right.
out, I think, to this next one.
Yeah, her mom joined when Adam from Interplanar Crossroads was up. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So, anyways, just a little side note. So if she's Adam's got a question into the wall, then does that mean the monster colony cannot migrate?
I know, that's what I
Yes.
was wondering.
Well, originally what we had said is it's kind of like the bees that, like, I think, is it a certain wasp or something? Like, they make the nest, and then once they're done, they just abandon it and go and so this is what we talked about previously. Tell me if you still like it. Is that you have the females, however long they can last, the females until one gets big enough, or until the brood mother is going to die, and or obviously the nest is eradicated. Those surviving females are going to try and escape.
Yes.
So that's one thing to have.
So maybe she is just stuck there.
So I say she's stuck there, and she dies, and when she's coming to the end of her life, in a perfect world, when she comes to the end of her life, or there's a big enough danger to threaten, the brood mother sacrifices herself. The females, we had talked about the females fighting each other to the death. Whoever wins
eats the other ones.
And
starts growing bigger,
but it still is able to leave.
It still is able to leave, which is interesting because they can't move that. The females can't move that well, but whatever, they'll make it somehow.
Right. Well, they did
hopping around from branch to branch or something.
We gave them some fly speed, didn't we?
A little bit. No, did we give them fly speed, or was it just that they could jump? They could just jump really well.
Right, which, outside of combat, you could flavor as a
gliding.
Slow. Yeah, they kind of glide and
they're little parachutes.
That's kind of funny. So yeah, that was the thought. That's their weakness, I suppose, and that's why they have mental powers that try to protect themselves.
Yes. I've never built a boss before, so what makes a boss different from not a boss?
Well, in Open Legend, the main thing is boss actions is one of the big things, but also let's actually, it's a good thing. Let's pull it up. Never puts Open Legend. RPG.com. Full core rulebook. Here we go.
Learn about bosses.
To running the game. And we got...
Villains?
I have the link for... So this is the regular NPC build. This is the quick build you can use if you're building on the fly. Really nice. And if you get the Game Master screen, it's got it in there. So that's really convenient. Some feats that they can use. Here's the boss.
Okay.
Boss
So we're doing
Limbo.
level 1.
Yeah, so it has more hit points on the basic build, higher defenses, higher attribute scores to start. So right now,
okay.
and this is a baseline, you know, it's always kind of suggestions. And then it also, based on the level, this is how many boss edge.
They have per turn?
Yeah, boss edge is how many actions they have, how many boss edge actions they have. And they also...
So they have their turn and then a boss edge on top of that.
Edge. Correct.
Okay.
They also have advantage on everything they do equal to the boss edge. So a level 1 boss
Oh,
edge
that's
just
why
has
you get
advantage.
to roll so many dice.
Yeesh. Well, not the only reason, but...
Well, it's like, you're
Yeah,
rolling
so it's
so
all
much
here.
more
Let's
than us.
see.
This is not fair.
Yeah, boss edge, boss forced to be reckoned with. Boss cannot be subject to a finishing blow. In Open Legend, you go to 0, and the only way to die, you don't do death saves or anything, just for those who don't know. You are just down at 0 until someone heals you. If someone attacks you while you're down, it's a finishing blow. You have to roll fortitude to see if you can resist it. If not, you die. So, anyways.
Got it.
Yeah, boss NPC gets advantage on all attack rolls equal to its boss edge score.
So we're doing a 1,
Yeah.
right? So then, does she have 40 hit points? Is that a good place to start?
Yeah, let's start there and we'll see.
Do you change it depending on how many players you're expecting to have?
A little bit. That's where it comes in. A boss is worth 4 points in the build. We talked about this, I think, in the previous one. But in Open Legend, you take your party size and add up each party member by level. So we're assuming a party of 4 at level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and then this would be, we were talking about being a hard encounter. So a party of four level 1s against this boss alone is like an even match-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's always, it's always like guidelines.
Like guidelines, rules.
So then if we add some females in there, that's going to get like 5, 6. And then we have a bunch of the minion males. We get it up to an 8. I think we have like, we can have like 6 males, 2 females, and a boss. That's a hard encounter.
Oh, okay.
That's the idea. Now, of course, and then what you could have is if the party...
Well, if they're like not all in one room, maybe they're a little bit more spread out throughout the cave area or whatever. So it's not...
just to have a gauge. So she's going to be worth 4 points. Okay, so we'll start... Yeah, we'll put the hit points at 40. So guard, the only thing that's going to help her probably is just... Tell me what you think. I mean, she can't move, so she's going to be easy to hit.
Yes.
I think we should put it at a 12, which is the minimum defense here. Just that she just kind of can take a hit.
Okay.
It's not like she can dodge it.
Yeah.
For the most part. What do you think about toughness?
Maybe she's pretty tough because she's kind of calcified to the walls.
Right. Mm-hmm.
She's just been there so long.
It's a less commonly attack defense, but it would be fun to have it be pretty high. Let's go with the top, which was 17 for now. Of course, we can tweak these as we go. Or maybe should we make resolve the highest?
Well, I was feeling like
both.
Well, I was feeling like the males were more the ones with the resolve and the mind to telepathic powers or whatever. But
Gotcha.
The females were less so in general. But maybe she has both because she's the brood mother. Maybe something gets passed on just from the fact of being the brood mother that you have a higher resolve. Yeah,
Right.
I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Because she had to fight her way to the top.
Right.
She had to kill her kin to get there.
Why don't we make it like a 16?
Sure.
Still have toughness be the highest. Okay. Alright, speed 0.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Who said the bosses fight fair, Kristen? Adam says.
They do not.
Yeah. It's kind of fun to see this is her first boss, so it's like a player building a boss, and you're thinking about fighting it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Alright. So her main attributes.
So
The bite and poison Pretty good. So possibly, since she's not moving, might, entropy.
Yeah, she would have like knockdown and like pulling kind of abilities, so that would probably be might, right?
Yep. Yeah. Do you want to have her do that, or do you want? Because I think. Let me save this real quick and just peek at the females.
Yeah.
Because we gave the females the tackle and bite, right? They can immobilize.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of really good at mobile. So my thought is that the females are the ones that are dragging them to. Because once you immobilize on the second round, if you can maintain the immobilization, you can then move the person you've immobilized.
Mm-hmm.
So they could be bringing them to her.
I feel like the brood mother though is kind of just does bring them, and maybe sometimes she accidentally eats one of the females too.
That's hilarious.
Because she's just grabbing them and pulling them in.
Well, that could be a really. I'll throw that in notes for now because that could be an interesting like success with a twist.
Yeah.
Sort of thing that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Will eat her offspring accidentally. Sometimes. I'm just gonna say sometimes. Sometimes. I'm thinking about if I was reading it, I want to read it fast.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. So you like some might?
I think so.
I won't worry about numbers yet.
Yeah. She has no agility.
Right. Yeah, she'll need something to benefit. Well, now she's the ultimate.
Yeah.
Psionic, so she's going to have, and we've been doing influence for the psionic abilities in this. Now, we can tweak it if you want, too. We could look at, maybe since she's so powerful, does she go up to, do you see her doing, like how would she protect herself in, when the males are out delivering eggs and stuff?
Well, not all of them go, because there's so many,
Sure.
too, so,
Does she have any...
She hides most of the time, that's what it is. Like,
okay.
She's just blending into the walls, so she isn't seen.
Right, but we can use influence then for, like, Phantasm to hide her and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna quick... make a new tab. I'm gonna go to Heromuster and open Legend. Just have Banes and Boons ready to go. Defeats. Okay. So let's see. So we got influence. The persistent damage. Oh, that's what I was gonna quick check. I don't think might has persistent damage.
Well, that's where it would be like something like the acid.
Right. So, do we want to add some entropy for that, or that her acid could be one of her items?
Is it an item if it's part of her?
Yeah, you're playing around with it. Like an item is just it's not in her build.
Okay.
I would say it's like an item that she has.
What causes like that sickness and stuff? Can you look at the Banes, right?
Sickness? Yeah, that would be I think entropy for sure.
Sicken.
Entropy is the only one that does sicken.
Oh, entropy is the only one, but that's not really something we've given to any of them.
No, but that could.
But maybe because she's
could be
brood mother, she does.
Right, or again, if we're making the acid like her special item that she has, it could have the sickened effect. It could do damage with baneful sickened. So if she uses the item to attack her spit, her saliva, that would apply.
Sickened, what does that do exactly? Disadvantage on all action.
Disadvantage 1 on all actions and -1 to all defenses.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's rough.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, yeah, I like that one.
Okay, so we will put that down in weapons. Acidic. Well, or, acidic spit.
How did you end up here? Acid.
Oh, IT crowd.
IT crowd.
That's good. All right. Let's see.
What are the chances?
Be...
1 in a million. So good.
I just need to think for a second here. Think about what you want, how much might. So real quick, in general, the primary attributes are 6, and then secondary attributes are 4.
Well, I'd say 6. For might.
For might?
I think that's her biggest thing, right? Like
I would have thought influence was. Might is just for her eating. That's just my thought. But if this is your monster, so if you feel like might's more.
Why would you say influence is more?
Because they're psionic, and that's like their thing. So she's really good at hiding. I thought the psionic was more than males. Okay, sure, yeah. So that's why I thought she's more like, I just need to eat you, knock you down, drag you, eat you. Right. Phantasm is a bane. Just want to check it here. So at 4, 10 by 10, she needs to be at least a 5 to hide herself as a 15 by 15. Oh, okay. But that's fine. You're not restricted to only 6 and 4. That's just kind of, again, it's, general guidelines. 5 falls right in the middle. Okay. So I'd say influence 5. Chompers at 6. I'm just gonna... Real quick, I'm gonna do that. I feel like it's... If you get into her mouth, you are going to be really chomped. So that's why I think... You're gonna be really chomped. Like, her attacks are huge. That would make it... Now we're in the item builder. We are building her acid spit. Yeah, I'm just trying to get an idea of, like, is it too crazy? Probably not. I just figure it only happens if something's being eaten. So if nobody ever goes into her mouth, then it doesn't matter. It's not going to happen. Oops. Right, so that would make it a 6. You gotta name it. Well, I'm not really saving it. I was just getting an idea of the power of it. What power? Wealth level 6? Yeah. That's pretty high for level 1. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's always like... I like the idea of it. I'm wondering maybe it just does... Maybe we make it special where when she bites, it applies Baneful Sickened to the bite attack. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's like a splatter effect, though, but maybe not. Do you know what I mean? So, do you want it to just be able to do the Sicken Bane as a, like, maybe that's one of her boss edge options, is that she does a spray? But it only can happen if she has somebody she's eating. Then it's a splatter for her boss edge. Oh, interesting. Okay, that makes it limiting. Yes. Cool. Okay. Because it only can happen if somebody is in her mouth. So, okay. I would say then maybe she still rolls her might. And we just say... See how well her teeth can grind? Is that what you're saying? Basically, yeah. Because the idea of the wood chipper thing kind of feeds into that. She's like, I don't know, something like rotating teeth or something. Oh, that's cool too. Let's see here. Acidic spit. So, when chewing, can apply Baneful Sickened in a cone or something, right? Does that matter in Open Legend? I don't know. Like if they can do a cone or... Yeah, no, for sure. That just... Right, I'm... When chewing... Okay. Maybe not Baneful Sick. Do you want to do damage or just sicken people? Well, yeah, just sicken people. But if it hits you, but it's in a cone, because it's just a spray area... Okay, so can inflict... That's different than what I was saying. When chewing, can inflict sickened in 15-foot cone. I'm thinking of keeping it the same size as her. Yes. A cone would be So if it's 15 foot, that's 3 squares. So it can go 3 squares out and 3 squares wide.
Ooh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that too far? Should we do like 10?
Maybe 10.
Okay.
I don't know.
Just out from her mouth.
I've never made a boss before, so I feel like I don't want to kill the whole party.
Well, it's only
So it's gonna
inflicting
get
the
your-
bane. It's only inflicting the bane. It's not doing damage. I think 15's fine, and you've
Okay.
restricted it to when she's chewing on something or
Okay.
someone. So it's going to hit the person she's chewing for sure, and then there's just a hope that.
So
in
more
the
than likely,
direction
this
of
is a
them.
pretty large cavern, so there are chances that not everybody's in that 15-foot cone. Like, it's a pretty
Yeah.
big cavern.
um,
But your barbarian or whatever will be right there.
yeah, and Mustache is pointing out too, like ranged characters, they're not going to be that close.
Yeah, okay.
Theoretically, the
Theoretically,
hope is maybe,
definitely.
maybe some of the females could move them into position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, psionic
Yes.
disruption to cause nausea was a suggestion from Adam too. That's a cool idea. Let me
As a boss action.
or just any action.
Okay.
A boss edge is any action. They just get to do one
Okay.
thing. So one major action, one move action, one minor action.
Okay.
A lot of times I like to have special certain things they do for boss edge just because it kind of harkens back to other systems with like legendary actions or layer actions.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so when chewing can inflict sicken in 15-foot cone. Roll might.
To resist?
No,
Or
roll
what?
might for might for her sickened
Okay.
to inflict. Because the
And
idea
it's
is
against their
that's going to be against their toughness.
toughness. Okay.
I would say so. Yeah, it's just a spray.
Okay.
It's an area attack. Okay, so that's cool. We've got might and influence.
Let's do the thing, the nauseated.
Oh, you like Adam's
Yeah.
idea?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I also think that it must stink in there.
so let's
She's been there a long time.
filter Banes for influence 5 because that would be a psionic thing. So the nauseated. I'm looking for what's the nauseated is the flavor. What's the mechanic of it?
Yes. Yeah.
Since influence doesn't have sickened, incapacitated could work. That's strong. Demoralized, of course. What are you feeling? Fear makes you run away.
Okay. So I don't know. And I feel like they're demoralized, but
Yeah. We could make a thing where, like, the first time she could do it multiple times, and if someone is demoralized by it, they can then be hit with incapacitated. As if she sends out another pulse, but they can't be straight up incapacitated. She has to demoralize them first, and then by the time it comes back to either her boss edge or her action, if they haven't resisted the demoralized, she can now incapacitate them.
got it. Yep.
As in, like, changing it from nauseated to actually just throwing up.
Or she gets you to stop long enough so that she can grab you with one of her proboscis.
Excuse me. Yep. Okay, so some actions here. We've got... I'm just going to write it in here. You can come up with names in a bit. Demoralized. And then... Inflict. Am I spelling that right? Yeah, it is A's. Okay.
Incapacitated.
Yeah.
Incapacitated.
Inflict incapacitated only on demoralized targets. Okay, and that is influence influence against resolve.
Mm-hmm.
Always fun to hit them with some resolve attacks.
Nobody ups their resolve.
Nobody does that.
Except me. I like that Aurora has a high resolve.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that, Adam. Adam's saying, like, the males can also demoralize if they want, so she can jump straight to incapacitate.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. I didn't think about that. We definitely have to do one after this where we maybe build the encounter or something so we can really look at how these creatures interact together.
Well, it'd be fun to build the map too, or some, build the cave.
In Foundry. Yeah, that'd be fun. Absolutely. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so...
We want to name
something.
I don't know.
Think of something.
Alright. The demoralized, all I can think of is Stinky Feet. Or a name.
You're a monster.
Stinky Toes.
Stinky Toes. Yeah, that's worse. Specifying. Okay.
And then that's with the purpose guy, right?
Really stinky toes.
What?
That's the incapacitated.
No, but that would be her grabbing with the purpose guy, though, right?
No, this is also with influence.
Okay.
I guess what I was saying for incapacitated was that she can only do it to demoralize targets, so she's sending out a pulse to make them nauseated, and then sending it out again. If you're already nauseated, now you're just puking brains out. You can't do anything else but lean over and puke.
Okay.
And so they're incapacitated. That's what I was saying. We can change it if you want.
Next is the grabby thing.
Okay. Your proboscis are turning into tentacles.
They are.
Well, not like real life.
That's what she's using them as.
Okay.
That's what... Hers are that. Hers are tentacles.
All right, so...
Pretty much.
What's this? You want bringing him to her mouth?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So probably what would
Dinner
be cool,
time.
let's see. Probably give her the ability to do 2 Banes at once and immobilize and forced move.
Okay.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yep.
Okay. So let me see here. I just gotta remember the tiers for forced move. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Should be 6. Target is moved 15 feet.
Well, if we combine it with immobilized, you have to add the power levels, so +1 for immobile. If you want her to be able to immobilize and forced move at the same time. Or do you want to just do a forced move?
See, that's why I thought the other one was the immobile.
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
So she would incapacitate them first.
Like, I don't know, because I'm thinking, like, they throw up, and then she grabs them and pulls them in. So.
Right.
However,
Once she grabs them, that would probably deactivate the incapacitated because it's only power level 5. But it freezes them long enough for her to do that.
Okay.
Because their defenses would all be down.
Okay.
Because of being incapacitated. I'm telling you the rules to see if it makes sense to you. You're getting confused.
I just tell you what I want and you build it. I want them to throw up and then she grabs them and pulls them towards her mouth.
Okay, then that's what we're doing.
Yes.
Then that's fine. Okay, then we can. Which I actually like the power level 6 because that means she can reach as far as her full reach.
Yes.
At her extent reach, she can pull it all the way to her mouth.
Perfect.
Because she can reach 15 feet. So anyone that comes in close enough, she's going to be grabbing them. Okay, so that's just force move then.
And she is 15 feet? By 15 feet?
Yes.
So they can't hit her unless they get in that close. If they're like a
she has more area to be hit.
Yes.
The amount.
But you need to
that would depend on the player character and if they have a weapon. If they have a weapon with reach, she's still going to be able to grab them.
Yes.
Yeah, no, because she has whatever size they are, squares. That's how much reach they have.
Yeah. Oh.
Normally, unless you flavor-wise need
Yeah.
to change it. But since you're giving her those tentacles, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Okay. What if those tentacles are super long? Is that possible or no?
You want to give her more reach?
Yeah.
We can do that.
Like, so they're fighting them and stuff, but then she can come around the back and grab one of the, like, archers or something. Like, one of the people that stay back farther, she
And
can
they
use
could
it
slowly...
to be slowly slithering around the edge and then grabbing them from the side. I don't know, without even
I
sickening
like
them.
that. I see Adam's trying to figure out what they should be called. Tendrils? I don't know what the difference is, actually, between tendrils and tentacles. We'll have to look it up. Let's see. Let me finish
Very
this.
large proboscis.
Okay, so we gotta make a note.
VLPs. The VLPs, watch out for them.
Kristen's slowly getting sucked into the Legend Master thing of just making the boss more powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, give
Those
them all the
archers
things.
can get away. Let's
get those archers. They always stay back too far.
So what I'll say, well, her reach, we're gonna give her a 10-foot, as if she had like a pole arm sort of idea. So that would put her at 25-foot reach. And then it's one of her weapons is her something. I like tendrils. That's kind of fun. I don't know if it's accurate.
I like it, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Am I making her too strong? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, not necessarily. Now, here's the thing. She can only force move 15 feet, so she has to go that far. And of course, you're still restricted by, self-restricting yourself to the layout and where her tentacles actually are. And even if she goes for one of them, she can only pull them 15 feet. And then they're snapped out of the incapacitated. Hopefully, they can get away fast enough. I think it's interesting. Ooh, that's cool. The tendrils could look like stalactites and stalagmites, which can grab people.
Yeah.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, I like that, because she doesn't move a lot, so those ones probably aren't even used, so they might be pretty calcified in general.
And I like the idea that as they're more ancient and getting larger, she has more of them. She just keeps growing them.
Yeah.
Because she just doesn't move, but she just kind of expands.
She just, it becomes like a plant growing into, the roots growing into wherever it is. So it kind of just spreads and is clinging onto everything. So it's like all around. That'd be a balanced monster. It'll be balanced.
It'll be great.
She'll be alright.
She'll balance just fine on the cave wall because she's stuck to it.
So...
Alright, so let's see. We've got a lot of Banes. She'll need to do a damaging thing, of course.
Okay.
So feeding. It's just going to be straight. This is the Bane.
Dinner time.
Dinner time, nice.
That one's dinner time. I'm trying to think of, that would be the tendril one or the pulling one, right? Come to me or something like that.
Come to supper. Come to me.
Come to dinner.
Okay, it leads right
Come
into dinner time.
and then it's dinner time.
And then it's dinner time.
I like it.
Okay.
I like making names. That's my favorite part, actually.
That's good. It's my least favorite part, actually. Let's see. So this one's going to be the Phantasm.
How she just hides in general.
Get in my belly.
belly.
Classic. Bane, this is influence versus resolve. I almost wonder
What?
if the dinner time should be against their toughness. One, because it always makes it interesting to do a different attack, but at that point, they've let themselves get that close to her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That it's more of just a pushing away.
Can you?
It's a little meh. Because
can
my
your
idea
body physically not be shred up?
Right.
Is that what you're saying? Like for toughness?
I know it's a little.
Is
touchy.
your body tough enough not to get shred into pieces and flung around the room?
Yeah. There's also will in there. It's just like you got to get away. I don't know. You do have to get away. Probably should be guard. Because your armor would protect you too. Probably should be guard.
Okay. Your armor would protect you.
Yeah.
Would they protect your toes?
Not your toes. Not those stinky toes.
Not those stinky toes.
Alright, so this is Phantasm.
So this is just the general. She's hiding.
Yeah.
Okay.
One with nature, part of the...
Oh, I was thinking like peekaboo.
Peekaboo. Okay. I don't know if that's what you say when you're found, though, right? Or,
I know, but she's hiding still. She's still behind the...
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo. Yeah.
All right.
You didn't write in the special for dinner time, so that's just the...
That's just an attack. We'll probably give her advantages on that, so I'll write that in there. I'll just throw in will, I think, here, and presence. Just in case they come into play.
It kind of like makes me think of that worm monster in Star Wars, right? Where it's had all them teeth are in there.
That they landed in when they're hiding in the asteroid field. Yeah.
Yeah. So it makes me think of that. Except, does the teeth move around? I don't know. That's what I was picturing.
I didn't think completely around, but she could have like, because like the esophagus muscles contract like this, so they could move a little like this on the muscles.
But there's multiple layers.
There's just rows all the way through her internal. It's just all through there. So it's more like it's like a wood chopper kind of. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. The will defense, yeah.
Let's see.
What else, for the boss edges is that these can be your main action or your boss edge, all of these favorite
Any of
actions?
these can be a boss edge.
Okay.
A boss edge is just one thing they get to do.
It's just an action.
Yeah, it can be a major, a minor, or a move action. You only get one. You don't get the whole action economy. Just one
so you
thing.
kind of get to pick and choose when you get to do these. Okay.
Yeah. We can...
Whatever's advantageous.
Yeah, a lot of this is like situational. It's like it depends on what she needs to do to get them to her.
Okay.
So, if someone's demoralized and she has the opportunity, it's her turn with the boss edge. She'll probably incapacitate. Or just grab them, Depends.
So, what would be like her weak spot or weakness? That's what
It has to have a weakness?
Doesn't it? I don't know. I feel like it's cool and they have like, if they can figure out that they have a weakness.
To be honest, her weakness is that she doesn't move.
I guess
Now, she has huge reach, but she doesn't move. There could be something we had... That's funny. Being lost and running from fear, and they see an exit that leads to her mouth instead. That's good. Actually, with the phantasm and stuff, that could work well. She's like set that up. Let me see. What was I trying to think? Oh, we were talking about like if they're able to not hear the squealing, they can increase their resolve defense or stuff like that. So we
with
did
the males, right?
Yeah, which would be the same for her. I would assume some of her.
Maybe they can
her stinky toes sort of stuff is squealing.
That.
Yeah, if there's ways they probably would need some kind of something a little more than just plugging their ears, or maybe just stopping your ears gives her disadvantage on her roll, or
it has to be something different. But
Well,
I don't know. I like
the
giving them...
psionic ability has to be all flavored the same because they're all the
Yes.
same creature.
Yeah. I like giving the players something where if they can figure out this weakness, then it's exciting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
No, for sure.
I
mean, do you want it to be an element? Like she doesn't like fire, you know? Is there a specific element that she's weak to?
That's what I need help figuring out.
Well, let's... we could think about that as we're going.
Okay.
Yeah, get some wags in the ears. Right, yeah, increasing the defense better. Yeah, I agree. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, probably like +3 or something. Feats. Let's do some feats to just round her out, because then she's pretty much built, and then we can
let's look at those feats.
Things. So, I think one of her things is going to be her teeth. I'm just going to throw this in here. Wood chopper teeth. You can change it if you want. Chopper. Her teeth. Give a deadly. So.
What is that?
Adds, excuse me, advantage 1 to any attacks.
Ooh.
With might. With the teeth. So basically, her dinner time has 1 advantage from being deadly. And then let's look at feats here. Probably want to have her phantasm be pretty strong.
Yeah.
So probably Bane focus phantasm, because that's like her main.
Yeah, she just wants to hide and blend in. Yeah, because most of the time she doesn't have a lot of females. The males are usually out getting her food. She's not expecting to be attacked ever.
Yep. Let's see. And then her dragging in. Is there anything else we could add to the phantasm? Feats. Oh, let's see. Phantasm. Main focus is.
This is where I don't know all the feats as well.
I gotta, it's been a while since I've used Phantasm. Let's see here. Let me just double check it all.
Right there, yeah.
Power level determines the size and what's affected. So we're at power level 5, 15 by 15 by 15. It affects taste, smell, sound, touch, sight. It's pretty much everything. Spain does not work by target. Instead, your influence roll is compared with the resolve defense of each character that would perceive it. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. You must spend a minor action to sustain the Bane. Right. Alright. So, I don't know how much more.
Great Mustache says you can give superior Bane focus, 3 advantage. Hallucination makes Phantasm stronger.
Oh, that's right. I should be looking at the boss feats too. Thank you, Mustache. Right, so there are some feats that are just for
There's a moth in here.
Dang, get out of here.
Oh, little Gandalfy.
You just landed there.
Creepy.
That was
oh my god.
really
look at him.
random.
He's our buddy now.
Hi,
Whisper to him. Tell him to bring the eagles.
I don't want the I don't want
Now
to
blow him away. He's really cute.
Alright, dude. Farewell. Alright, he's fine. The eagles aren't
He's
coming.
having
now.
a hard time. He'll bring the crickets. That's what he'll do.
Superior Bane focus. Advantage 3. I like that, Mustache. Yeah, that's really good. Thank you, Mama. I like the studio too. Let's see. Yep, I like that.
Cool.
3 to inflict. Okay.
Nice. I like that too.
Ha! We should have. Except there's no crickets today.
There's no cricket in the wall. Jiminy must have left.
Good riddance.
He actually is now living outside right near our front door.
Yeah.
He's like to the left of the front door. Every once in a while I step outside and he crawls back under our like siding there. So he's hanging out still.
Oops.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Now we're doing feats, right?
Feats, yeah, I was just looking at what else?
Is there any way? Yeah, we don't have like any way to heal her or anything. She's just strong. So that's just it.
Yeah, and
That's
there's
all
always
she
a back
has.
and forth. I rarely heal bosses unless it's the optional rule, like if the party one-shots, then I usually heal.
Okay.
I usually up the HP a little bit, not to give it behind the scenes for like Bomb Squad. That's what I found so far. You know, I've liked better is
Okay.
just giving them a little more HP than suggested, and they just don't do any healing.
Got it.
Unless it's something like the Defiant Riot or something where it's more like PCs, but like monsters,
yeah.
I don't know.
They actually have a character to heal them.
Yeah, it's a little more. And
Okay.
I think, I mean, you can tell me if I'm wrong. You've played in my
No, I
games.
think it's good. I like it if they're more sentient creatures that they would have somebody who would heal them up, back up. But these aren't. These are more animalistic kind of things.
Right.
So, feats. What other feats? I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just not great at knowing what
Well,
feats there are.
The one
She definitely has evasive footwork, so she can really
can't touch this.
can't touch this.
The one thing I was thinking about could be interesting is the ferocious minions, because she could have. Yeah. Sorry, I was reading Mustache's chat. Yeah, pretty similar. I have like a target goal
Of where their HP should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if
usually
it's
do
like,
a target.
that would be really unexciting if they just killed it. So let's give it a little bit
Right.
more. Yeah.
Yeah. I like to have a target myself just to know that I'm getting close to that.
Yes.
But I do definitely go by the vibe of, like, it feels. A lot of times you can feel like it's time for combat to end one way or another. I don't know. How to be a great GM would call it being a storyteller GM.
So is there something that could help her with like knocking them down or
Yeah, I
being
mean,
able
Bane
to...
focus on that. She may need just a couple
Yeah.
Bane focus. Let's look at the boss ones too. There's
Yeah, that would
now
be
there's
fun.
Bane resistance too, which is interesting. Could even make her immune to specific Banes. And then there's damage resistance. Lethal Strike is interesting.
Lethal strike, like if she gets you in her mouth, that's
If
lethal.
her minions are around, she does better, but
That
I think
gives me
attack
a-
specialization on her chewing, making it like if you get to the point that you're
You're
letting
getting
her
eaten.
bite,
It's gonna be big and
it's
bad.
gonna be a bad hit.
Yeah.
It's already got deadly.
I
from
mean,
the
things are
teeth.
flying through the air and spraying your comrades, so.
Yeah. Let's just do tier 1 for now because it's level 1.
Sure.
On
How many, like, how do you decide how many feats you can give them and stuff? Because I'm like,
kind of just go with it. I don't know.
is there like a general rule of how many feats you should give a boss?
No, I don't think so because it depends on the feats and what you're giving to them, you know?
Okay.
And it depends on the boss. I don't know, Mustache, Adam, if you guys
Have a
have a
guideline
guideline you follow.
for how many feats.
I don't know
Because
that
if
I've
it was
ever thought
Austin, he
about
would do all the feats.
all the feats.
This boss is all of them.
He wants to make a character.
You're dead.
What's he want to call? He wants to make a character called Open Legend that just has all the feats.
It has all the feats.
You know, you're in trouble. Yeah. Revenge 1 to eat.
Giving what feels good, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So what else?
So I like the idea of like a bane resistance, but like what are the, can we look at the banes to see what would make sense
Sure.
for her to be able to resist?
Yeah. They, you know what? Because of what we've been talking about, I think blinded. They can't be blinded. It actually has to be light that would hurt.
That just
their
seems
eyes,
lame.
right? Well, I'm thinking like,
Practical, yes. But
I think it should be written in there just to specify.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Blinded has to be done through light. And this is where, like, I wouldn't really count that as a stack in the... Because a lot of people are probably going to assume it.
Okay. So you look at your PCs of that level, Adam's saying, think of how many they have access to and then pick something appropriate.
Right.
So what would they have access to? Yeah. If you'd filtered it to a leveled 1, what would their highest be?
Their highest would be 5. I don't
5.
think it's worth filtering. We can kind of, you can kind of see.
Okay.
You know.
So they can't do death.
Correct.
She cannot be knocked down. She cannot be...
Right. There's a lot that are kind of like situationally obvious.
Yeah.
I'll throw them in just so, you know, if you're thinking about it. Sometimes I don't trust my brain to function well. It's like knockdown. You could probably make an argument she can't be forced move.
Yeah, no, she can't be. She's like rooted
attached.
in. I just think this is good to say, at least. If somebody tries it. Maybe that's it. I don't know what else. She can't be slowed because she's at 0.
Now that could
Nobody's gonna be trying that.
Right, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay. So I guess that's
yeah,
easy to say.
Let's see what else we got. Spirit Bane focus. We got attack specialization.
Damage resistance. Could she have a resistance to something?
Yeah, possibly something like she's resistant to psionic attacks. Yes, Kristen has to run the creature.
I have to run the creature?
Oh, yeah.
Gosh.
Be your first.
You know, everybody wants me to LM, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel like I know the rules well enough.
Don't let that. Everyone says it. Don't let it stop you. I would have been playing.
I do have a one-shot that I've been building, but I don't know the rules well enough to feel confident.
This could be
to be like, you rolled this. I would be like, I think you rolled something. I just don't know what that would be.
But you have awesome people that know the rules and can help.
Yes.
You don't have to know all the rules. I would have played games way faster if I was just chill about that. Multi-band special. We didn't want to do that. Now there's the potential of the multi-target attack specialist.
Multi-target would be for the acid.
You want to multi-target attack specialist will reduce the disadvantages you're taking on multi-targeting. But because we made that an item, it doesn't have any disadvantages.
Oh, because it's an item. Okay, never mind.
Which is, why it's pretty cool. That's true, yeah. I'm saying just
combat scenario. Yeah.
That could be fun. Ooh, we could give her a resilient. Just so on any other banes she gets inflicted with, she's just has advantage to resist because.
Now there's a fly.
What's going on today?
We have nature everywhere. I like that. Yep. She is resilient. Where she is, she's not able to move, so she just needs to be able to survive.
Right.
So
now,
that makes a lot of sense.
Depending on Avenue Studios has a homebrew we do with resist rolls, so we actually tier resilient. We'll leave this in as normal for now. Anyways, it would be tier 1. Someday, Jacob and we're actually thinking about doing some live streaming Druid's Table, so maybe we'll actually live stream it. Just
that
for
would be
simplicity.
really fun.
Yeah.
You are in the Forest Forge. Yeah.
Manage 1 to resist. Banes.
Was it the last time? Was it the last time we had a skunk? We had a skunk recently that was just hanging out, eating our cat food.
Oh, yeah, it lives under the garage porch. Our garage is detached.
I don't think it lives there. I haven't seen it recently. But it was
That's
pretty
true.
cute. It was like a baby skunk.
It was very sweet. Didn't spray anybody. One time I came out of the garage and we both just stared at each other. And I was like, are you gonna do anything? And he's like, are you gonna do anything?
Or like, I'm just gonna leave you.
Just go.
Eat the
it's
cat
fine.
food and leave.
They are actually nice to have around for some other stuff. But...
Oh my gosh, I would love a little Pepe Le Pew. They're so fluffy. Their tails.
They are. He did that one did have a gorgeous, very thick white with a thin black going down the middle.
Poofy tail.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like there needs to be one more thing.
Really? Okay.
Well, the Bane resistance, again, I feel like
Do you think
that's not, you kind of ignore
she
that
needs
as-
more mind powers like the males do? Or because she's a female, she should not have as much as of that?
Yes.
The scent gland.
The scent gland. My inclination is the ferocious minions, and that gets applied to the females and males when they're in the lair. It's almost like a lair ability because she is the lair. So that's my. I think I'm.
What
gonna
is
throw
that? What is the
ferocious
description?
minions? Is I'll pull it up here in a second.
No,
it gives advantage to either like summon creatures or people under.
I think it's all the way to the right.
Thank you, feats. No,
all the way to the right. Open legend, right?
no.
It's in here.
Ferocious
okay.
minions is a feat.
It is a feat.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, here it is.
I knew that. I know feats.
Creatures under the effects of charmed or dominated, or those summoned by your summoned creature boon, gain advantage 1 on all attack rolls to protect you or act in your favor.
Okay.
That feels like it's the lair thing. Like, if you're in the lair, the females and males that are protecting her
Yes.
are on advantage 1.
Yes.
So, I think...
So it gets easier as you take them all.
She can have tier 2, which is advantage 1 per tier, but I think that's a little too strong, even though she has access to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because she's level 1.
Okay.
Fly. Where's my telescoping fly swatter?
I don't know. We have 3.
advantage
I don't know where
1
any of them are.
For offspring. In brood mothers' presence.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. They just go crazy because they're like, ah, no!
Protect the queen!
Protect the queen!
Okay.
We're gonna all vibrate and burn you to death like the bees do to wasps.
Mm-hmm.
They can withstand 1 more degree of temperature than a wasp can, so they vibrate up into that temperature and kill that wasp.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Dinner time, sorry, I'm thinking about. So we got special attack specialization and deadly from the teeth. This has advantage 2. Phantasm has advantage 3 from superior
I'm
bane
just
focus.
like, man, I wouldn't remember any of this.
I'll show you. It comes up really easy. So first
Okay.
moved is the only one. Reaching tendrils adds 10 foot to reach. I think that's pretty good. Do we want to give her an
But
advantage?
she rolls her
on
might,
that?
which is her highest. So
It is
I
her
think
highest.
that's fine.
Yeah, because she wouldn't gain a benefit. Okay. And then the stinky toes. I think she should have an advantage on these.
On making them throw up?
I think so.
Okay. You really want them to puke.
Well, yeah. I'm going to make it an item that the Squealers song gives her advantage.
I like that name.
And what I'll...
Good name.
Thanks, buddy. Advantage. Demoralized. And incapacitate. Well, to be honest, maybe it should just be advantage on influence. Influence, Bane rolls, which gives Phantasm another advantage, which I think is good.
Because she should really be hard
That's
to
her
spot.
thing. Yeah, that's like the surprise is the main thing. Advantage on influence, Bane rolls. Now here you could give a weakness, like we were talking about stopping the ears, that this could be negated. Yeah, but it would be hard on the phantasm. Now let's just leave it.
Okay.
That if they stop their ears, their resolve defense is increased. We should put a note for that. Okay, so that puts these at advantage 1 and advantage 1. Okay. Anything else you would like? Oh, note. If PCs stop their ears, they increase resolve defense. Okay. Okay.
Let's see what she looks like.
Save it.
Ooh.
There it is.
Ah. Oh, I like how they break the 2d8, 2d6.
Yes.
That's nice.
It's really nice. And then I'll show, since we finished too, let's quick throw the encounter together. Wow, in here. So this is part of
this?
Encounter Builder. So we were doing the NPC build. Add an encounter. Squealer lair. Create. And now we select our NPC.
For some reason, lair looks wrong. That's how you spell lair? Okay.
You're making me doubt it, but yes.
I don't know. It just looks wrong.
One brood mother. Add NPC. I'm gonna, assuming this is going to start with assuming worst case scenario. 2 females, quantity 2. Add. And males. So I'm suddenly blanking on the minions thing. How's the minions work? Choose it. 3 minions is a quarter. You can trade an NPC for 3 minions of the same level, and their hit points are divided by 4. Right, that's what it is. So we get... so the brood mother is times 4, so she's 4 points.
Okay.
Plus 2 squealer females, which are level 1. That's 6. And then 2 more points to get a total max of 6 males.
Yeah, I thought that sounded right. Yeah.
So there it is. That's the encounter. You can add it to a campaign if you have a campaign going to organize. You can also go then over to play. See all the different PCs you could add. Yeah, there's Futig from Bomb Squad. All the different things, blah blah blah. I have lots. Squealer Lair. You can, if you have your PC's input into here, which is a separate thing. So let's have Iliad and Tiri go and check them.
This isn't updated. So
no, it's old. Yeah. Well, no, I just haven't put Aurora in. I didn't end up using it for the last fight just because our computer.
Let's see how they do.
So then you select thing and you hit run.
Run.
And then you can arrange them for.
That's nice.
What's it called?
For initiative.
Initiative. Thank you.
Got it.
Right. And then, so there's Squealer Male, Squealer Broodmother. I guess the only thing...
So, when you're running it, do you click on them and then you can get to that
when you
thing?
click on them, pulls this out.
That's
all
nice.
the information right there. And here's the names of your things. That's why I like to put in Advantage 1. So it's like Influence. Okay, I know I have Advantage 1 on this. I don't have to go through. I can later if I'm like, why do they have Advantage 1? Oh yeah, I remember down here. But when I'm running the game, I always throw how many advantage I have on the roll there. Just so I know.
That's really cool.
The special actions is another nice thing if we go back to create NPCs in the edit. I'll use the special act. This is just my thing, you know, it's whatever you want to do, but I like to use the special actions to say, like, if I know, like, there's an order I want to do things in. So, like, possibly saying, like, stinky toes, then really stinky toes, then come to dinner, then dinner time.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's 4 steps. That is a lot, yeah.
Right, and just saying that's what I want to go in, or marking, you know. Some of my monsters I've had, they have very specific steps that they'll follow, or certain things like if the situation is right, this is it.
Yeah.
So it's just
I'm just
ways
like
for my
picturing
eyes
it
to
myself. Like I'm getting really annoyed that the archer's not coming in closer, and then I'm just going to throw in the thing where
Yeah,
I'm just grabbing
that's
you and
exactly
you're
it,
coming
yeah.
in.
So I love it. But here's our Squealer male. And of course, I have the window set specifically so it's running nice in the overlay, but this can change shape. Squealer female. Boom, boom, boom. We haven't finished out her special actions.
Oh no.
Oh no, those are special actions. Did we not give her actions?
I don't know.
Or did I select the wrong one? I have an old version of these.
Oh, is this the one we just made in the car? The Squealer females.
The male might be wrong. No,
Okay.
The Squealer female's right. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyways, Encounters is really cool. Heromuster.com. Check it out. And let me go back to Squealer NPC Broodmother. Save. There's the Broodmother. So this is what we made.
Nice.
That was fun. Good job.
We made a monster.
We made a
or
monster.
A couple, actually.
Let's see. Oh. No, I almost did something. Yeah, okay, we spelled there right. Thanks. Anyways, that's it. I think we will definitely have to plan a time. I don't know if maybe we'll do an encounter build in Foundry like you were thinking. But you got to run it at some point.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll live stream it. We could make it practice run with supporters.
Yeah.
Private.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah,
Does
yeah.
that make you feel more comfortable?
No, I feel like I want people to be able to see. Look at her. She sucks. Like
You do not.
No, I don't know.
You're going to do great.
It would be fun. I just feel like either I would be way too easy, or so this is how it would be. I would start off way too easy, and then as I did more LMing, it would be brutal, and nobody would want to play with me. So they're like, oh, don't play with Kristen. She is like
It's either that or the opposite, I think most people go on.
total party
maybe-
kill. TP.
You'll level out, you
yeah,
know, or
TPK.
something. I don't know.
I don't know. I might do a TPK. That would kind of be fun. Why not?
Good. Adam says the single mic worked well. I'm glad. Hopefully we're
good.
not too
Good,
quiet
good.
when we look away. That was the only thing I was worried about. But
Nice.
no echo, I assume. Oh, man. TPK queen. That's pretty good. She would be. That's funny. All right. Well, yeah. I'm trying to think. We'll keep you posted. Next Wednesday, we will be running session 2 of the Pathfinder game, 2nd edition, Outlaws of Alkenstar. Kristen and I are in that. And then I think that'll be going on every other week going forward. That's what we're shooting for. So every other week, every other Wednesday, starting next Wednesday, we'll be doing the Outlaws of Alkenstar for however long our characters last. That's been a lot of fun. Some great characters.
I'm the
Compass and
healer,
Kira.
so we'll make it.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to be the brains or something. This is great. It's gonna go so well. We got some other stuff coming up. Friday, Tiri's time skip will be coming out. I can't think of anything else. I'm trying to think of anything in particular. No, we've got some collaborations with some other podcasts that Jacob's working on, so stay tuned for that. The other group is very excited to do it, so hopefully I'll be able to announce that soon, and maybe we'll invite some other people to that game. And I think that's about it. Thank you guys for joining the Forge. This has been the Forest Forge with Dan and Kristen. Wild crafting with Avenue Studios. We built Squealers. Hopefully we'll run them soon.
Yeah.
You have anything else?
Join us. I don't know.
Join us.
I'm just saying, it'd be great. If we have how many more people, we can do the...
Yeah, I should say, I said it before, but we've had 2 new supporters, both through Patreon, I think. Mojo Tyken, I think it is. Mojo, I like to say, and Love Life. Love Life is on Locals, so 1 on Locals, 1's Patreon, so we are 6 away now, I think.
From being able to do
From being able to do the Kanaga movie night and doing a whole bunch of giveaways dice pads like this one I got right here.
Oh, we got it.
Yeah,
Nice.
here you go. Bomb Squad dice pad. I might look into doing an Avenue Studios one too.
I can hold it.
But yeah, dice pad, dice. Zechariah's painting some miniatures just for that. Or he will be, I should say. Or we'll find something like that. Painting miniatures,
No, I think we can
DVDs of Kanaga.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll look into some Bomb Squad mugs too, or something like that. We've got those, or Avenue Studio mugs. I really want to do some Avenue Studios
That would
mugs.
be fun. We should
A
do
lot
that.
of giveaways, but again, the giveaways will only be available for our locals and Patreon supporters. There will be specific ones for joining the movie night, and then other ones just for all the supporters, even if you can't make it. So, anyways, we do movie nights every night. We're watching the extended edition every month.
Not every night.
No, not every night. we wouldn't run out of movies, but I'd get tired. Yeah, once a month we watch a movie with our supporters. We're working through the Lord of the Rings right now. October, it has now become tradition. Adam from the Interplanar Crossroads has introduced us to a really cool film, and I'm suddenly blanking on what it is.
Over the Garden Wall.
Over the Garden Wall. Thank you. I wanted to say out. That doesn't make sense. Over the Garden Wall. So if you want to join us for that, it's quite an experience.
Really good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super recommend.
Mind twister.
So we'll be doing that for October. And yeah, we do games. I'm actually going to be hopefully running a game this September that will eventually become a live stream that we'll do. So you get to play with us, watch movies, so much more. If you want to join the ever-growing force known as Avenue Studios, you can do so by joining our Locals of Patreon community. And you'll get access to all that and so much more. Thank you guys for joining the Forge. We will see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Skål.
Am I right by?
I'm alright, bye. I gotta push the button, but it's on the wrong thing. Oh,
We'll see you
OBS.
soon.
Farewell.